Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Open Remote. As you know, the coronavirus continues affecting all of our lives in ways that seem pretty unreal. And, it's forced all of us to practice social distancing and most importantly, to self-isolate. And that's actually left a lot of people unemployed and affecting people's livelihoods, especially freelance artists. So the Bronx Arts Factory has designed projects to motivate everyone to get creative with an online art challenge. And joining us to tell us more, we welcome Bronx Arts Factory Co-Founder Laura Alvarez. ¿Cómo está?
Hello. Hello, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing well. Home.
Well, I got to tell you, you brightened me up. You brightened up my day with all those beautiful colors behind you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that all of your artwork?
It is not actually. My partner, he did it with a friend of his earlier before I moved in the apartment, so years ago. And I loved it. So it's right up my alley.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, Laura, before we really get into the topic of the BxArts Factory, I would like to just ask you how you're doing and how your family's doing. I mean, your origins are from Spain. Spain is going through their own version of what we're going through. Have you been able to communicate with your family? What's going on in your world?
So I'm fine. I've been telecommuting because I work for the city besides being a BxArts Factory and a freelance artist. So on that side, I'm lucky enough that I still have a job. And it's hard because I'm working every day from home. You work more hours than you're supposed to. You're trying to do so many things at the same time. And then I'm also trying to keep up with my artwork and trying to communicate with my family. I have like a routine. In the morning, I talk to a friend of mine that is here in New York and she's by herself. She lost her job even before the lockdown. So I check on her and then I start working. And then in my lunch break, I call my family in Spain. We have like a group chat with all the family members. And then I have my parents that are locked at home and my brothers, each one in a different place. And then my aunt is somewhere else. So we all kind of talk together every day and just to check and see familiar faces and, but it's been a challenge.
But would you say that in some way this is bringing us all closer together?
I think so. Because like before, I used to take my lunch break, go into the street and call my parents or call my aunt or call somebody and every other day. But now I know every day, 1 o'clock, I'm going to connect and I'm going to see them and I'm going to talk to them. And I don't know. I think it does bring the people together, even if we're more apart.
Right. I know. I'm just trying to find the flip side of it, right? Because as an artist, I know you're also exercising your own self-therapy through the artistry that you're creating. And what I really appreciate about your work is that you're offering it to everyone to be a part of it, whether they're an artist or not. So, I think that's a great segue into the coloring pages that you've designed that I think are very, very inviting and really a therapeutic practice.
Thank you. Yeah. So I had coloring pages on my website earlier on. I love coloring pages. That was my favorite thing to do when I was little. I will color all my coloring books, and then I will go to my brother. I'm like, can I color this one? So all his coloring books and everything else. So I always thought that was very calming for me, coloring something and just that thing of doing something without thinking. And kind of leaves your brain in blank and you can just go and just think of the colors and be at that same moment. So I started it years ago. I kind of paused it for a while. And then when the lockdown started in Spain, it started over a week earlier than we started here. I have so many friends with kids and they were stuck home because here you're allowed to go into the parks. And you can walk by yourself or you can bike by yourself. In Spain, you can't. Nobody is allowed on the street unless you go into the store, pharmacy, or job because you're essential personnel. So it's been very, very hard for people in Spain to keep the family inside the four walls of your house, of your home. And I thought, giving them one different coloring sheet every day, it was something that you can look forward to. Like, oh, what is it going to be today? And I don't know. I'm just trying to be helpful.
I know we're looking at some of them, but how many have you created all so far from the time of Spain's lockdown?
It's been like almost 3 weeks. So make the count, like 20 plus.
Wow, every day. So
yeah, every day.
Every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And so these images are available for people to download on your website.
Yes, they can go to my website, to the download section, and you can, in the most recent ones, you can download PDF or a JPEG. That's the image, or, you know, the ones that you can print out. And the ones earlier on, they're basically PDFs. It's the same thing. You can print them out. But I started uploading JPEGs because a lot of people is also stuck at home with no access to a printer. But you might have a tablet, or you might have something that you can download the image and just, like, you know, with the paint or something, just go with it. And I have friends that they've done it on their phones, just with the softwares that you can download for free. You can color it on the phone.
Beautiful. And so that's one thing that you're contributing to the artist community. But as a co-founder of BxArts Factory, I understand that there's a challenge that the community has also implemented. However, I want to know how the organization is doing without even the art challenge being put into play.
So we've been working in different projects now because a lot of our artists have lost their jobs. A lot of them work in museums, in nonprofits. They do after-school programs. They do art programs, and that's been tough on a lot of them. So we started talking to different organizations. BronxNet is one of them, to try to find ways of giving them some income, doing some content for families or content for artists. And we also think that as an artist, it's very easy to go in a block mode and not being able to create anything. And when you're under so much pressure, it's very easy to fall into, I'm just going to go to the sofa, from the sofa to the bed, and from the bed to the sofa, and I'm not going to do anything. So I'm just doing every day a portrait that is under 5 minutes, and it's basically like a very quick thing, a self-portrait, because I'm always here with myself. And so that's something that I look forward every morning when I get up. It's like my meditation moment. So we thought about giving everybody something to create, and it's, when you're in that blocked mode, right, you can't see how you're going to create. So a lot of times giving a prompt, that's the list of words that we've done for 14 days.
Right.
It's just a way of you being able to just think of that word and create something right away.
So how does one join this challenge? Like, is it something that they're informed by the website, through the Instagram account? Like, how do you decide on the theme?
So they can go to our Instagram account, BxArts Factory, and we have the list of prompts. And they are in Spanish and they're in English, and every day. And you can start whatever you want. You can start now. I think all of us that we started at the same time, we're in day 7. Or no, day 8, sorry. But you can start now with the first prompt if you want, and just start creating. And basically it's just an excuse to create. You don't have to draw it. You don't have to paint it. You don't have to be a skilled artist to do anything. You can dance it. You can make a poem. You can, whatever you feel you want to do, just go ahead and do it. Post it. You can tag us and hashtag BxArts Factory, BxAF. And just go with the flow. We're unlocking the artists while the lockdown is in.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much for inspiring us to unlock the artists while we are locked in. And most importantly, thank you for coloring our day, Laura.
Thank you.
You guys, once again, to participate in BxArts Factory Art Challenge, all you got to do is you can post your photo, an art piece, you can do a poetry, but you got to follow BxArts Factory on Instagram and hashtag whatever it is that you do create, hashtag BxArts Factory. And we have to take a quick break. But when we return, we're going to hear all about a virtual series involving books. Don't go anywhere.